Hello students, in the previous video we have studied about the element, compound and mixtures and the difference between the compound and mixture. Now in this lecture we will study about the separation of mixture. See how we will separate the mixtures. First type of mixture is solid-solid mixture. How we will separate the solid-solid mixture? These are the methods: hand picking, magnetic separation, gravitation method, sublimation method, solvent extraction method and bifractional crystallization method. And now the question arises, when you will use which method? Which method is suitable for which kind of mixtures? So hand picking. Example, small stones from the rice, pulses and spices. The small stones from the rice, pulse and spices can be removed by hand picking method. Now magnetic separation is used when one of the component of a mixture is iron. जब भी कोई मिक्सचर को सेपरेट करना है उनमें से एक अगर कंपोनेंट आयरन है, then we will use magnetic separation method. For example, iron and sulfur mixture. This is the diagram of magnetic separation. This is the mixture of iron and sulfur. This is the paper, and with the help of magnet, iron can be separated and the sulfur will remain here on the paper. Now next method is gravitation method. What is gravitation method and when we will use the gravitation method? Gravitation method is used when example is mixture of sand and sawdust, and gravitation method is used when one of the component is heavy than the water and the other component is lighter than the water. For example, sawdust and sand. Sawdust is very light in weight, so it will float on the surface of the water, and sand is heavy, so it will settle down. So in this way we can separate the sawdust and the sand. Now next method is sublimation. Sublimation is the process in which solid changes into gaseous or vapor state on heating, and again on cooling the gas change into the solid state. So this method is used when one of the component can be changed directly from solid to gas on heating. Example, mixture of sand and iodine. In this component, in this iodine, sand and iodine component is show the sublimation, and in the mixture of salt and ammonium chloride show the sublimation. So you will take it in the china dish, and mixture of salt and ammonium chloride, if you have taken this, then the ammonium chloride on heating will vaporize and it will collected on the wall of the inverted funnel, and it is called sublimate. And what will be leaving behind inside the china dish after heating? Ammonium chloride will be evaporated and leaving behind the salt in the china dish. So in this way salt and ammonium chloride is separated. Next method is solvent extraction method. In the solvent extraction method is used when one of the component is soluble in water and other component is insoluble in water. Example, sodium chloride mixture with calcium carbonate. In sodium chloride is salt, it is soluble in water. Calcium carbonate is insoluble in water. Calcium carbonate is marbles, example chalk, etc. So it is dissolved in the water and it is not dissolved. So where you will dissolve it in the water, and as it is insoluble, so can be separated. Now next method is bifractional crystallization. In fractional crystallization method is used when both the components are soluble in the water. Then how you will separate it? One of the component is less soluble and other component is more soluble. Example, common salt is less soluble in the water and potassium nitrate is more soluble in the water. So you will heat this mixture. This is the mixture I have taken, common salt and potassium nitrate. When we heat it, both get dissolved in the water. But when we cool it, which is more soluble? Potassium nitrate. So potassium nitrate will be crystallizes first and the salt will be separated at the last. In the next lecture we will study about the separation of solid liquid mixture and the liquid mixtures. Thank you. One part was left. What is the need of separating the mixture? Why we have separated these mixtures? And why we are studying about this separation of the mixture? Because we need to separate the mixture to remove the unwanted impurities and to get the pure and useful substance. So we need the separating the mixtures.